just to let you all know that for the channel members, we are interviewing Miss Destiny tonight, the OLFP. We will be interviewing Destiny tonight, so you guys will get access to that live. And also for those of you guys that are just regular subscribers of the channel, all of that great stuff, you will see it on tomorrow. I think we have some really great questions for Destiny. I will be honest and say that it's going to be up to Destiny whether or not she's going to fully and transparently answer the questions that we present in front of her. Okay, but we definitely would appreciate all of you all support. Please make note that this interview will take place over on Niecy Dixon's channel. Okay, so please don't just go over to Niecy's video. Be sure to go over and check out the channel, hit like. Okay, go ahead and subscribe. All right. Also, be sure to subscribe to all of our channels. We have Bonnie Blue, Jaylee's Corner, Niecy Dixon, as well as myself, okay? Because on every Thursday, we do go live and we do a show talking about all of the shows that you all love, okay? And you might want to go ahead and do that, girl, before May, because May is going to be a jam-packed month, and it's going to be quite a few things that we're going to get into, okay? So just make sure that you go over and you do all of that, all right? So let's see. Love and Marriage Huntsville. We have finally gotten here. Okay, we finally gotten to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Shout out to the people over here on TikTok. We are on YouTube as we do this review. The link is in the bio. Okay, let me go back to the comments here and see what you guys are saying. Yes, thank you so much. Please hit that like button. We do appreciate you all, okay? Be sure to share the video. I'm giving you all time to do that and giving more people time to get into the room, okay? Please, and thank you, okay? All right, so I just want to go ahead and put this disclaimer out there for everybody. I am team no one, okay? I am team no one of Love and Marriage Huntsville aside from Carlos. Understand that. I'm also team observation and review. All right. So I may say things that's in favor of your fave, and I may say things that's not in favor of your fave. And it just is what it is, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So feel free to leave your thoughts and comments down below. But I want to go ahead and get that out there. Okay. There's that. Oh, girl, because the way some of y'all be in the comments, oh my. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Yes, okay. I'm team no one too. Okay, come on with it. Team no one, team observation and review. Come on, y'all. Team observation and review. I know, okay. Girl, look, I'm gonna be giving all kind of disclaimers when Real Housewives of Potomac come back, child. Period. Okay. I'm loving me. Period. Okay. I think everybody is cool on the show. But if it's just not adding up for me and making sense, I'm just gonna have to call a thing a thing. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yes. I'm team. What you said, girl? Oh, thank you so much, Omar. I appreciate it. I'm team. They all talk SHI about each other. Period. Don't they, girl? Let's get into it. Okay. So Kimmy, Mel, and Stormy end up linking up. First of all, I thought this was so great to enter the show, like to start the show off on a strong note, because I feel like this scene was messy. So I really enjoy. I'm like, okay, yes, don't hit us with some soft stuff. Hit us with some good juicy stuff. Okay, so they did. All right. So Stormy decides that she was going to join them. They speak on Kimmy's anniversary. Y'all know Kimmy had an anniversary trip, and how she actually wants to travel more. And I'm with Kimmy, y'all. I hope to be able to do that more towards the end of this year and maybe going into next year. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Miss C19 has me shook, girl, still a little shook, honey. I still be wearing my mask. People be like, I be like, okay, girl, people still out here getting clapped by C19. Girl, don't play with me. Girl, you can walk around without yours. That's fine. I ain't even look at you. You looking at me. I'm looking at you. Look at me. Mind your business. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep going. So they speak on Mel, the party, and Tiffany, okay? Because I guess Mel felt like, okay, girl, the party was cool, but y'all seem like y'all was the ones over there tripping, girl. So what's up? Stormy lets them know that she did meet up with Tiffany and that they are in a good place. And I thought that was interesting for her to tell Mel that they in a good place, because when Miss Tiffany asked Joe, are we in a good place? You was like, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so it went from it is what it is to y'all in a good place now, Stormy. That's what you're saying? I'll take it. I'll take it, Stormy, because I like Stormy. Anyway, let's keep going. So Kimmy brings up Tisha and Destiny not being there, but Kiki was, okay? Kimmy really tried to handle this conversation the best way that she could. I felt like Kimmy was trying to be a bit delicate with how she handled the conversation with Mel. I felt like she wanted to really tell her, like, what Tisha told Kiki that they edited out. You did that bullshit. Okay, I felt like Kimmy wanted to tell her that, but she was really delicate with the conversation she had with Mel. Anyway, so Mel says her BFF is mutual friends with Kiki, so she's always been cool with Kiki, and I believe that she has. And the reason why I say that I believe Mel has been friends with Kiki for a long time, because why would Tisha feel comfortable enough to share that information about Kiki to Mel? So for Wanda to have this conversation with Kiki and be like, Mel is not your friend, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, I think they are probably cool. They probably didn't hang out a lot, but I feel like they probably have had some sort of friendship. And maybe when they got together, the other ladies just weren't around, because Mel has different friend groups, okay? She had she had the ladies of the show, and then she has her other real life friends, okay? So there's that, all right? So Mel says, in the past, Kiki has brought up her issues with Tisha, and she was at a place where she could relate, right? Now, I started to think in my head, so it's okay for you to relate to the issues with Kiki's cousin, with Tisha, with Kiki's cousin, but it's not okay for Destiny to relate to Tisha with issues about you. Interesting. But I some part of it seemed like it was a bit of a difference, though, because, well, no, I can't say that. I was going to say that, but Mel and Tisha were still cool around the time that, and Kiki and Tisha have had issues, and they've had issues all their life. So I'm like, well, Mel was still cool with Tisha when they was having issues. I guess the difference is now that you just really ain't cool with Tisha at all, and Destiny over here having a conversation with her. You know what I'm saying? What else? Mel says she could care less to speak on Tisha, but but if somebody gonna bring her up, she'll engage in a conversation. But she cared nothing about inviting her because she never had no issue with her, and she always been cool with her. So, girl, that's not a beef for me to pick. They can pick it with each other, but I invite to my house whoever I want to invite to my house, and it's no shade to her. But Kimmy is like, well, I do believe that there is a method to the madness. Okay, that's what I think. The fact that I'm now seeing when you guys are truly at odds, and not only did you invite her to your show, invite her to your house, you allowed her to be on the show. So I feel like there is a method to the madness, but I'm not going to say it because I'm in your good graces, and I'm the one that really don't want to have no issue with you either. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a chill. Another thing I feel like Miss Kimmy does is I want to have a good relationship for the most part with everybody, because I feel like Kimmy can really go there. I feel like Kimmy used to really be that person that'll get with your ass, but because she's grown so much, she don't really want to deal with all that bullshit in her life. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like she just be delicate with how she handles situations. She wasn't as delicate with Tisha before, nor Miss Wanda. But honestly, it was when they came at her. When Wanda came at Kimmy, Kimmy was ready to eat that ass alive. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, okay. Kimmy don't want all that drama, but I hate that it's a struggle for Kimmy to keep it honest with Melody about how she really feels about some stuff. At least it comes off like that to me. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, okay? All right, so let's keep going. So Mel speaks on having a conversation with Destiny because, of course, you had Kimmy that wanted to know, like, what is this situation dealing with Destiny as well. So Mel says, I spoke with Destiny, and she didn't like that. She said, I didn't like that she lied, okay, saying that we haven't been in communication, and I actually allowed her to sit up here and lie on me, girl. I did. She says, but the proof was in the messages. Okay. So I wanted to address her when it came to that. Stormy asked, well, do you see y'all getting back together? You know what I'm saying? And then, you may like, what you mean? She was like, I mean, how y'all were? She was like, oh, never. Girl. Never? Oh, wow. Well, I feel like they can. Mel saying never because Mel is speaking from a place of being hurt by a friend. But I say never because she tried to get back cool with Tisha. Even though I feel like what Tisha did was worse than what old girl did. Okay, throwing that SHI up in your face, talking about some BMWs and all this other slick ass stuff that she was talking about, and whatever else we all know happened in the first few seasons. So I'm like, you were willing to give Tisha another chance. I feel like you would give the same thing to Destiny. Now, I feel like where Mel is now, it's a possibility that she would not, considering the fact of how things happened with Tisha. Based on everything that I explained, right? She was cool with Tisha. They fell out over whatever. Then she tried to get back cool with Tisha. Then Tisha crossed her again. So I think she could be at a place where it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I'm not willing to go down that road anymore because I already see you for what you are. So we're good. We don't ever have to communicate on that level anymore. Right? But that's what she say. That's what she say. I can see them getting back on in a better place at some point. Unless Melody were to leave this show. Because I don't see Carlos continuing to have a show where these two ladies just don't interact at all. You know, so yeah. What else? Mel says that Destiny knows how good of a friend that she has been to her. She says she's acted out publicly by running her mouth, and then she got to turn around and act a different way publicly. So you act this way when you're talking about me, and then you get in my face and you want to be a different way, but we ain't got time for that, right? So Kimmy says Mel seems to be at odds with most of the ladies, so she doesn't know what the future holds. She says, listen, I want to have a housewarming. I want to have a housewarming for my son. I want to invite people. You know what I'm saying? And Mel said, well, who is the people you're trying to invite? And she says that she was gonna pretty much invite everybody. She was gonna invite Tisha. She was gonna invite Destiny. She's not gonna invite Martell. Then Mel said, oh, you're not gonna invite Martell? Not good guy Martell. You wasn't gonna invite Martell. And then Kimmy says, well, you told me that you never want to be invited in a place where he is. So you want to be separate. So that's what I'm trying to do. And then Mel said, oh, so if I wasn't invited, I mean, girl, if I wasn't invited, so then you was going to let him come? Is that what you're saying? BIT, I'm going to let whoever I want come to my party, period. Like, what do you mean? Period. You knew I was at odds with Tiffany last season, but you kept bringing her around. So what are we talking about? Yeah, he may have done you wrong, girl. Y'all got a divorce, girl. What? I mean, if I felt like I wanted to invite him, cool, because here's the other thing. Maurice and Martell cool. So, I mean, she could be like, yeah, because Maurice wanted him there. If you weren't going to be there, I'm trying to honor. If you say no and Maurice say he wants him there, then he'll be there, you know. But then Kimmy says, you told me not to invite him. Whatever Mel says, if I wasn't coming, you would invite him. Kimmy says, I don't know. Mel said, oh, why you don't know then? Girl, tell me, why you don't know? So Kimmy says, because he brings a lot of drama. A lot of drama follows Martell. So I don't know. I don't know if I want him there creating drama at my event. But you think that drama wouldn't happen with Letitia, Destiny being there with Mel? Okay. So then what else? Mel, she says, I wish you would have had that energy when he was putting me through all the hell instead of you talking about him being a good person. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. Kimmy tells her that she tells her, and Mel, I'm going to always say that he's a good person. I'm going to always say that, Mel. I said that then, and I'll say that now. Okay? It's going to always be that. She says, even you flip-flopped in your own relationship. Okay? 1 minute he's terrible, then you're like, oh, you know, he's not that bad of a guy. He's a good guy. Da-da-da-da-da. Right? You know? Mel just feels like, welcome to my world, is what she said. Welcome to my world, because now it's starting to affect you when he comes around. Okay, so all of the drama that I was dealing with and people didn't want to give me the full support, now the drama that Martell does is falling on you, Kimmy. But here's the thing, it's not to me, because the drama that's being surrounded, and I felt like it was kind of, to me, an unfair statement to be like, oh, well, Martell, a lot of drama follows him. And maybe that could be right. But to put that reason, to use that as an excuse is my thing as to why you wouldn't invite him, when in all honesty, I do believe she would have invited him if Melody was not coming. Because here's the thing, the person that created the drama surrounding the relationship between Kimmy and her husband was Marceau. That wasn't Martell. That was Marceau. Now, Martell created the drama years ago. Okay, that's when he created the drama, years ago, when they went on that trip. that your man actively participated in. But my thing is this, your brother-in-law did that. So he the one that posted the picture confirming that your husband was a liar. So with that happening, he gonna be invited, right? So I'm just like, I guess. Let's keep going. What else? Destiny, girl, good night. Destiny decides that she's going to go over to Martell's house. And I just kind of was like, Destiny, girl, I hope you're watching, Destiny, why you went over to that man's house that night to have a conversation that could have been had over the phone? It's leading into people really assuming that y'all could have a thing. Only to talk about Mel, and you weren't even there that long. Y'all could have had the conversation on the phone. I guess we're going to put it on Carlos and the production team because they scheduled you to be there. Girl said, no, I mean, y'all friends. Like what you said in your confessional. My longtime friend, Martell. Destiny tells Martell about the coffee break that she had with Mel and how Mel called him the ops. I said, now, this is why y'all won't be friends, Destiny. I said, now, why would you tell this man that? Why would you go and tell this man that Mel called him an op? And let's be honest, in my opinion, Martell know he the ops. He know that. He really didn't need you to regurgitate that. That's just what I think. What else? Mel said, Mel's talking about we talk every single day, which Destiny denies. She says she does not talk to Martell every day. But I think, you probably talk to him enough, though. All right. So Martell thinks Mel needs to move on and stop trying to ruin him or ruin his business or whatever he got going on. She feel like Mel should stop trying to ruin that. What else? Destiny says Mel runs off. So when we have a conversation, Mel ran off and I told her, yeah, keep running like you always do. I don't remember her telling Mel that. Can somebody let me know? Did she tell Mel to run off? I don't remember her telling Mel to run off like she always do. Maybe she did. I can't remember. But anyway, Destiny speaks on how she rolled for Mel and has even checked Martell on Mel's behalf. And I remember I mentioned that, I think, in the last video. And somebody got in the comments, I was like, well, how has she rolled for Mel and this and that and da-da-da. I was like, thank you for the playback. Thank you for the playback. No, I said something about Destiny checking Martell on Mel's behalf. And somebody said, well, how? And I feel like y'all are just really getting to a place where you're so team Melody, and that's fine. But you're so team Melody that everything Destiny does going forward, you guys are going to find fault in it. But that's just my opinion and how I see it. But she did, have her back when it came to Martell. What else? Destiny speaks on not being able to lean on Melody. Okay, Destiny's was that what? I think Destiny said that. Hold on. Oh, I was questioning. I was like, Destiny, was that because you couldn't lean on her because she wasn't available to you, or was it that you couldn't lean on Melody because you weren't open? Which one was it? What, did she not give you access to her, or were you, kind of secretive with your information? So therefore you couldn't lean on her because you was trying to keep things to yourself because you went through such a devastating divorce, right? Martell wants Mel to have a better heart. And I said, sir, bye. Okay. I can't agree with you on that because the wound is a bit fresh. Okay. And she's still on your ass, right? So I do agree that she should be on her way to healing, though, to where whatever this man got going on, blocked him. He can't get access to you. He only can email you. So I'll be honest, to me, I don't think, if you're on your way to healing, to me, I don't think you should be an advocate for telling others that they shouldn't be friends or hang with him. You see what I'm saying? Because as much as Melody posts positive quotes on her page and always talking about God, and maybe we just set up differently, I just feel like when God got you, God got you. You ain't got to say nothing about nobody else and trying to bring them down, or even trying to say, why you still friends with them, or he's my ops, or he's that. Baby, God's going to handle that when it's time. See, you're already on a path of elevation. So I'm not going to look down. What Miss Mariah said, I'm not going to come off my chariot to throw tomatoes at you or with you, sweetheart. You see what I'm saying? See, I'm going to allow my actions and my success to speak for it. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to let you do what you do. You can hang with whoever it is you want to hang with. And we just going to see where you're going to be at in a few years. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I wish any bad on you. You still gonna be the father of my kids. So the success for you is a success for my children. So I'm not gonna sit up here and continue to have these conversations or do your thing. Do you? You good. Now that don't mean I'm gonna let your energy into my space. So that means that still stands that if I come to an event and I'm not at a place where I want to be at the event with you, then don't invite me. I'm perfectly okay with that. Period. If y'all feel like y'all want him there more than me, cool. But it ain't for me worth me losing a friendship or feeling no type of way about nobody because they chose to have somebody around them that we both have allowed to be in our spaces for many years. And because we got a divorce, I expect them to switch up. That makes no sense to me. That's just too mean. Okay, so y'all do what y'all want to do out here in these streets. That's your life, that's your relationship, that's your situation. But for me, I'm just not going to put that much energy into it if I'm actively telling people about how great my day is and how the God and the Lord said this or that. And get up off your high horse. And if that man don't want you, listen, I'm not going to talk about this shit with you, baby. Okay, if it ain't about these four right here, these M&M kids, baby, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Y'all can do what y'all want to do, but I'm not going to sit around and play with you, okay? I'm just not finna spend all that energy. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay, I told y'all I ain't team nobody. I'm team observation and review. What else is going on over here? Anything else that I wanted to say about this particular situation between Destiny and Martell? Destiny, that was very sketch. I also like that Destiny brought up the fact, and I've also said this, where people feel like they should not be friends. That's like her saying he should not be friends with LeBerick, who he has known since, kindergarten or toddler age? That makes no sense. And I'm sure LeBerick not over here micromanaging who she's friends with either. So, excuse me, I just feel like when you're on your way and on your path to healing, like, you're not really worried about that. Now, granted, I do understand the wound is still fresh and she wants to be on his ass, and that's fine. Be on his ass. But when you start to try to dictate who other people can hang with and stuff like that, that's where it becomes like too much for me. Now, I do stand by Mel with the thought of this. Destiny, be friends with who you want to be with. But when it comes to having me in a conversation, respect the friendship that I have with you to not make me or join in on a conversation about me unless you are checking them for me. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's where I'm at with it. So let's keep going. Okay, because I already hear y'all ready to go in. Come on, millimeters. Get on in the comments because we already know y'all ready to go in. Go in, baby. It ain't changing, but go in. Mama Wanda. Okay, so let's get to Mama Wanda. I want y'all to know, I may not always like the things that Mama Wanda has to say. She might get on my nerves sometimes, but Mama Wanda is a Kiki and a cackle, okay? And it's a part of me that likes Mama Wanda. Girl, I like Mama Wanda, okay? I don't dislike what Mama Wanda did. Y'all know how Mama Wanda got on her lives and dragged the hell out of Melody, then came back and said, I don't hate her. I was just asking a question. I don't hate her. That's how I feel. I'll get on here and drag Mama Wanda, but I don't hate her. I was just asking a question. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. So Mama Wanda, so she sat down with Tisha. Mama Wanda just got her business license. So shout out to Mama Wanda on that. Wanda wants that coin though from Marceau, which is so funny to me because she been dragging Marceau all these years and now she over here needing a coin. She need a handout. Okay, girl. So Tisha tells her that she's almost that Marceau is almost on board. He don't like the fact that she brought up the conversation about the apartment, right? So he doesn't like that, but he's on board. Tisha says something like, well, whenever I tell Marceau that I want something, you know what I'm saying, I can pull him in the direction of what I want him to go. Now, Tisha, you know we ain't never seen none of that before this season. But what I will say is if that is indeed true, good for you. If things are changing for you now and you're having more of a voice in the relationship and in business, good for you, because maybe he's starting to see himself. I don't know. I don't really believe it, but hopefully he is starting to see himself to where you can have more of a voice and it's okay. Let me see 1 second. What's up, Bondi? Bondi says, I think Mel feels hurt by everybody. They have been divorced less than a year. True. I understand that. I understand if she is divorced for a year. I just feel like but that's your marriage. Like, how are you like? I just don't think, like I can't get with that one because I just feel like that's y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think everybody else should be held responsible for the actions of what Martell did. Now, granted, I feel like they should hang with whoever you want to hang. But when it comes to Melody, what Destiny did by going over there to Martell, you'll never be her friend. Ever, because you're continuing to bring her up in conversations with people that don't like her. So, but as far as who she be, yeah, be friends with who you want to be with, but just don't bring me up. And I understand if she feels hurt. I think she should feel hurt by Martell because it's been less than a year versus being hurt by everybody. Like, and then for me, I feel like Kimmy the one over there trying to accommodate her. I feel like Destiny was trying to have her back just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Have you noticed when Tisha speaks with her mom, she reverts back to not enunciating. Her tongue gets real lazy. I have not noticed that. I have not noticed that at all. I guess I have to pay attention to that. I haven't noticed that at all. Okay, so let's keep going. Tisha tells Wanda about Kimmy explaining what she meant by them not being friends if they were not family. Okay. Tisha is okay with the explanation because the relationship is getting better, but Miss Wanda is not here for Kimmy for real. Even though she act like she is, girl, she ain't. Wanda wasn't believing it because she still dislikes Kimmy. Tisha tells her mom about not being invited to Mel's party, and Wanda thought they were friends, but Tisha said, "No, girl, we was cordial." Tisha, I'm glad that you knew. Now she tells her about Kiki being at the party. Wanda calls her a snake. Tisha isn't here for her cousin being called a snake. She's like, "Oh, I think she a snake." And Wanda said, "No, she is. She a snake. She's a snake, baby." Tisha doesn't want to say she's jealous, but she feels like she's living the life that she's supposed to have. Very interesting. You know, I feel her on that because whenever I've heard about a person or like a close friend of mine being jealous, I've always been that person that was like, nah, I don't want to believe that they is, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not. So why would I think that they are? And then over time, it's revealed that they are. It's sad because Mama Wanda might have a point, but we gonna see. Okay, so Wanda says that Kiki is envious. Girl, what was Mama Wanda saying? I knew she said envy, but I didn't know what the hell she was saying. Something with a TH on the end, and it was not envy, but I said, I think I got what you're saying, Mama Wanda. So I'm gonna write it how I think that you meant. Okay. Wanda asked why Kimmy had to come back and tell Tisha what it was that Kiki did. Like, why did she have to come back and tell you? Like, that should have been Kiki, right? So because of that, she started to think of Miss Kimmy differently and gonna tell her, I feel like she shedded just a little piece of her snake skin. I don't think she shed all of it, but I feel like she shedded a piece. Girl, Miss Wanda is a mess. And then gonna tell Kiki she better watch her back because if you're gonna bring a bone, you better be ready to eat it. Somebody help Miss Wanda, girl. I can't. Thank you so much, Ashley, for the super chat. I think Martell did more than we know to Mel, which is why her expectations of her friends to distance themselves from her. I think he tried to put pause on her. I wonder. And if that happened, I'm wondering if that was before this sit down or after this sit down. Because I remember Mel saying in an interview that he's never gotten physical with her, right? But that was earlier on this year. But afterwards, we did see a post where she said something about the devil. I don't know if somebody tried to run her over, something she was saying that made me think about the physical part. And I was wondering if it was her. But she said in an interview that he never did, but it could be, you know, that he has in recent months. Not sure. But thank you so much, Ashley, for the super chat. I appreciate that. What else? Tiffany Mail. Oh, no. Tisha tells Miss Wanda, please don't say anything. Because I think Wanda wanted to say something to Kiki. She's like, please don't say anything. Please don't say anything. And I said, Tisha, shut the hell up. Because that's what you do, Tisha. Whenever it's something that you can't really say, you like to use your mom. Your mom is the person that's going to be the mouthpiece for you. So you told her with the expectation that she will handle it for you. So don't be sitting up here trying to say, please don't do that. Like, girl, you just want to be able to use those words to, oh, girl, like, and I told my mama not to do that, but that's not what you meant. You know what you was doing. Let's move on. So Tiffany and Mel. Mel has been super busy with the kids and with her business. Okay. She asked Tiffany if she wants more kids. Tiffany does want more kids. And she's actually at a place where she's ready to go and search for her biological father, because y'all know that she was indeed adopted. Right. So Tiffany has concerns about being pregnant because she wants to have more kids. But the last time she had her son, she bled a lot. So she had to get a DNC or something. And she learned that whatever was going on with her was hereditary. So now she wants to learn more about her dad, and she wants to go to Utah and find records and things and try to find her dad. So Melody is getting all excited because she's like, girl, I like stuff like this. Okay. I love investigating. I love being a researcher. I love doing all of this extra stuff. Okay. She said it must be a Scorpio thing. And I was thinking to myself, girl, that ain't no Scorpio thing, girl. Because I love stuff like that too. Hence the reason why I'm doing like my news stories and stuff on my channel. Okay. I like all that type of mysterious, all of that stuff. And girl, I'm a whole Leo. But I will say I do have Scorpio in my chart. So I hear you, girl. All right. But anyway, let's keep going. Tiffany invites Mel on this trip. To, help her search and find for her dad. I actually did not like that. Just me. I do feel like if you're going to do this thing that's so intimate to you, I don't really think you and Mel are good girlfriends like that. I think that should have been with her immediate family being her husband, her son, and her stepson. I don't think that should have been something for her good girlfriends. I think that that's cute if they want to support you and stuff like that. But I feel like they can support you after the fact when it goes on this trip, because honestly, here's the thing for me. The conversations that you've had about your dad and your family, I am sure and guarantee you most of those conversations have been with your husband. He's heard most of the stories. He's seen the tears flow from your eyes. He's been there for those things. So for you to sporadically bring this conversation up to Mel and then all of a sudden be like, oh my God, would you want to go? I want to take you. Oh my God, we can go do it. I'm just like, that's cute. That's real cute. And maybe y'all could do that at another time. But I do feel like her husband should have been there with her on that particular trip. Okay. Let's keep going. So Wanda and Kiki. Wanda done stopped. Wanda is so funny. She done stopped by this girl's house. And then Kiki said, oh, what's going on? She said, oh, I was around town. Okay, girl. I wasn't too far, girl. I was in the area. I said, Wanda, sit down. Talk about you was in the area. Girl, your area is Birmingham. Okay. Your area is what? Bessemer? What else is over there around Birmingham, girl? That's your area. And then came all the way up there to knock on that lady door late at night. What's going on with all the filming at night? Y'all having a hard time getting from Atlanta to Huntsville? So y'all just make all y'all shoots at night, girl. Anyway, let's get going. All right, so Kiki tells her that she said, Kiki, she said, girl, had I known that you was gonna sit up here and you was gonna show up and come to my house, girl, had I known you was gonna be on your way, girl, I would have been on reserve. I would have been on guard just a little bit. Okay. Kiki says, but listen, I'm over here drinking something out of a cup. She says, so I'm over here giving Hood Rich. And then you know Miss Wanda, Hood Rich or Hood? Which one is it? And then Kiki said, well, girl, I'm going to leave the Hood BIT to you. So what else is going on? I said, oh, my God. Is that cursing their mamas in Spain? You didn't want my opinion. I don't even know why you asked. Okay, girl. Ooh, oh, wow. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. So they speak on Tisha and on Kiki and Tisha. Wanda is me, though. Wanda says she don't like to do a whole lot of texting. I don't like to do a whole lot of texting on the phone, at war, subliminals. We could see about each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll pull up. Like, let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Okay. So I was like, I'm Wanda, girl. I'm not finna pick out the phone too much and talk. I'm not finna sit up here and sit in your face or whatever. Like, girl, pulling up. Let's talk. All right. So I was like, me too, Wanda, child. So Wanda got real loud out of nowhere. She gets real loud with Kiki about talking about her daughter to women that don't like her. So Wanda calls her a snake and says they messy, and she included. And Kiki said, no, baby, I am not included. But it sounds like you over here calling the kettle black. And you're about as black as that jacket that you got on. Girl, I thought she was finna say that woman about as black as her skin. Because I was finna say, girl, y'all about the same complexion. What you mean? But anyway, so y'all definitely pot and kettle. But anyway, child, she was talking about you're about as black as the jacket that you got on. I said, what's happening? What's happening? So Kiki says it's more sensitive when things happen with people that are your family because the expectations are a bit higher. So Wanda said, but that's your cousin. That's your cousin. You shouldn't be sitting out there talking about her like that. Kiki, that is your cousin. I said, confirming her point. The expectations are a bit higher when that's your cousin. So for you to say, that's your cousin, that's your family, that's your cousin. Yes, expectation is higher. As if family cannot cross you and you cannot cross that back. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's keep going. Kiki calls out Tisha for talking to Mel. Wanda says Tisha was talking to a friend. Okay. Wanda says Tisha was talking to a friend. She still was wrong, Wanda. Hold on. So yeah. So Wanda says that Kiki calls out Tisha because Tisha was talking to Mel. And then Wanda says, well, she was talking to her friend. She was talking to her friend. And I'm like, but girl, she was still wrong. Okay. So Kiki says that Mel is my friend. They've been friends for some time. And then Miss Wanda said, no, y'all ain't. Stop lying to me. Y'all have not been friends. Okay. She also goes on to say, I know a snake when I see one. So she's continuing to call her niece a snake. Wanda, what else? Wanda asked her, how long have you talked about? Have you and Tisha had your falling out? She said it was about 4 years ago. And then that's when Wanda got the cuss. And I don't know if I remember Wanda ever bringing up BITs, but she did. Okay. She says BIT still bringing up stuff from 4 to 5 years ago. That's what we doing. But is that what we doing? So Wanda was really pissed off. Okay. Wanda says, when it comes to you, I come to you with fresh news. But when you come to me, girl, you coming to me with old news. I said, ooh, okay. Miss Wanda is reading. Miss Wanda is over here getting it in. So Kiki says that they always had issues and she couldn't come over to our house because they've had issues. The family have had issues. And so it sounds like to me, Kiki's family were the haves, whereas unfortunately, Tisha's family was from the other side of the tracks. They were the have-nots, okay? Shout out to Marceau, right? So that's what it's sounding like. So as they came up, it seems like her dad, which is Wanda's brother, I believe, and Wanda would always go back and forth and compare the two girls and make them compete and do all of that. You know what I'm saying? All that extra stuff. And I feel like with that, let me see. Hold on. Before I get to that point, Kiki says they always had issues and she couldn't go over because Kiki's family had, I said that was the haves, have not. They always forced the both of them to be in competition with each other. Kiki is tired of the SHI. Kiki says she doesn't take it out on Tisha, but it's just known facts, right? And I said, see, with Kiki's dad bringing up all this drama, like old news or whatever, like with Kiki's dad making them compete every time they have a conversation, like, oh, my daughter's doing this. Oh, well, my daughter's doing this. Oh, well, my daughter pledged this. Oh, well, my daughter pledged this. So it was like the parents keeping up the drama. And with that, I do believe a lot of old things were constantly brought up to the forefront, which is why I think Kiki feels so comfortable with bringing up something that was 4 years ago and bringing it back into the conversation, because that's what y'all always do as a family. Y'all always do that, especially when it comes to like competition and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking, and I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking as to why she keeps rehashing that. It don't make it right, but I just think that's what she do because of that. So I do kind of blame Wanda and her brother for making them compete all the time. But at the end of the day, Kiki, it's still kind of hard for me because you accepted the apology that Tisha gave you. You did, and you want to feel justified in your actions by saying, oh, you talked about me and you told me all my business or whatever, like however many years ago. I don't think that was fair to me. You know what I'm saying? But you could have also led with the energy, and I did. So what? She asked me, and I told, I'm not obligated to keep your information because you're my family. What's that about? What's that about? I mean, girl, you could talk about me right now. What's that about? So anyway, that's the situation with Miss Wanda and Miss Kiki Haney. Wanda raised Tisha to be in competition with other women. I feel like that's true. I feel like that's very true. So again, Kiki and Tisha's parents are at fault for this mess, and there's that. Okay. What else? Sensibility speaks. Oh, were you adding somebody? Wanda isn't even in the vibrational chart. That's how low she is. Oh wow. Oh wow. Kiki was wrong. She had a whole conversation at a sleepover for grown women about Tisha instead of just male. Yep. That sucks, girl. That sucks. She definitely opened up the pathway. She could have just been like, girl, I don't even know, girl. I don't want to talk about that, girl. I don't even know, girl. I don't even know, especially when she was on the show last year defending her cousin. Now you talking about her. Wanda had nothing to say to that, so she knows it's true. Exactly. Y'all are the reasons for the madness that has occurred in the lives of the girls, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, let's get to Tiffany and Louis. Okay. So she tells him about Mel wanting to go to Utah and making it a girls' trip. She did all this fancy night, had a saxophone player back there, had all this stuff decorated and everything. And he's sitting up there like he kind of pissed. He got a smile on his face, but he like, so this what you brought me here for? This what you trying to do? So you mean to tell me that this wasn't a night for us? It was more so a night for you to bring these details to me. Is that right? And she admitted it like, yeah, pretty much like that's what it was for. So Tiffany was excited to have a like-minded person like Mel be a part of this trip, okay? Because they both are into the same thing, so that's what she wanted. She gonna tell her husband and kind of trying to disregard his feelings and say, "Oh, well, you don't even like to travel for real anyway. You don't even like to do that. You don't even want to go. Like what?" Just because that may not be something he likes to do doesn't mean that that wasn't something he wanted to do and he was looking forward to doing with you, because that probably made it a much more meaningful trip than any of the other ones that y'all have taken. That's just what I'm thinking, right? So then he said, girl, we've traveled like 8 to 9 months out of the year. What the hell are you talking about? And then he gonna go on to talk about soccer games. I say, no, wait a minute, Louis, you're gonna have to like, listen, sir. You foolish then. Because I'm sure y'all ain't traveling like that for no junior high or soccer games or whatever y'all got going, baseball games or what. Y'all ain't traveling like that. Them don't count. Them do not count. Okay, y'all probably ain't there but chaperones any damn way. I know you didn't sit up there talking about you travel with this girl about 8 months out of the year because y'all over there traveling for the kids. What kind of shit is that? Louis, you gotta get that one over on us this time. Right? So then what else happened? Yeah, Tiffany tells him the Whitlows, so he looks like he was disappointed. She gonna tell him the Whitlows don't get disappointed. And she wants him to get glad, not sad. I said, ooh. Now let the role have been reversed, and he said that to you. You would not have liked that, Miss Ma'am. So Louis hates that. Oh, wait a minute. So Louis hates that. Give me 1 second, y'all. Where did this thing go? Uh-oh. Hopefully I get it. But anyway, Louis, he hates that Big Dave got a chance to meet her mom and he didn't get a chance. So he really wanted to be there for this particular situation that she had going on with her dad. So he wanted to be there, and I understood him wanting to be there, right? So what else ended up happening? I agree with Louis, and I don't think she should have taken the trip with Mel. I think that it should have been with her husband. But that's just what I think, because I'm sure when it comes to the stories and things, he hears the bulk of everything. Right? So there's that. Tiffany decides to bring up a child. Louis doesn't think that it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea either, girl. I don't. But you know, maybe I can get a surrogate or something. I mean, I don't know, girl. Maybe I could do a little something like that. But you know, we gonna see, honey. Um, Give me 1 second. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Give me 1 second. Hold on, y'all. All right. I agree, but I think it's for a storyline. Probably so. So Tiffany must have checked in the deceased ex-husband with the baby that what? So her son's father isn't the husband. It don't seem like it. It don't seem like it. She didn't say that she couldn't. She just spoke about the bleeding and getting a DNC and just being concerned about how that pregnancy would go. Yeah, so she didn't say that. I'm just saying that as a suggestion, if that's something she wants to do. So I'm confused. I ain't got time to keep up with Tiffany and her menses because I don't know who's who. I thought the baby daddy and the husband was two different people, child. So you would think Tiffany would have learned from her first marriage to be more present, to appreciate of having a spouse willing to be emotionally available to her. Shaking my head. Ooh. Well, there's that, y'all. All I thought when Kiki said she just moved was you didn't bring any of those old critters to the new house, did you? Ooh, child. I hope that she did it. That would suck. That would definitely suck. All right, you guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off. All right. I thank you all so much for joining. Okay. Please be sure to go ahead and hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Also, please go ahead and subscribe if you've yet to do that. Also, keep in mind that the video will drop on tomorrow of the interview that we'll have with Destiny. Okay. So hoping that all goes well there. All right. So that's all that we got, honey, or all that I got for you guys on today. So go ahead and hit the like button. As I said, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.